leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen, start to finish in under 3 minutes, and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not 2 nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is over-glorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
Okay, so I think all of us on here have been lone nuts, and we've been able to bring people into our world here and create followers. And I know I'm a good follower, and I want to have a bunch of people that can do the same thing. And I think that's what Nerium is. I think we all kind of started out as a lone nut, and then one person came on, and they were the ones who kind of helped create that momentum. And so that's really what I want to talk about today, is momentum and how to create momentum. Momentum is something that honestly you get, and it goes and it goes and it goes, but you can actually lose it very, very quickly. And I've learned that over the last several years of watching how Nerium got started, and different things in my life certainly have shown that. So I'm going to kind of share my other screen here and go through some ideas. So Spotlight. How do we create not only momentum for Spotlight, but momentum coming into it and also coming out of it? And that's really what we're going to talk about today. So how do we leverage Spotlight 17 with our friends, our customers, and our team, and kind of create the momentum to coming out of it? So I saw this quote that said, "Don't just dream of success, create a plan and act upon it. Your momentum creates the door upon which opportunity knocks." And I think with what Nerium has done in the last couple of weeks coming up to Spotlight 17, we have the incredible opportunity to really take this event and create tremendous amount of momentum, not only with just our groups, but with customers, with new people, and all sorts of things. So I put here 5 things that we can do to create momentum, kind of our plan. And this is just an idea of a plan. You guys might have another plan that you like better, but basically I've done this before in events, going into them and coming out of them. So you definitely want to contact all your brand partners and customers with excitement and enthusiasm about Spotlight 17. And you want to let them know what it means to them. Why would they want to go, and why would they want to change their plans? Why would they want to, make sure if they can't go that they invite the people that can go and have their leadership meet with them. So I already know that I'm meeting several people at Spotlight in Southern California for other leaders in the team that couldn't make it for whatever reason. And so, that's great. Just if you can't go, don't stop there. Invite the people that can go and give them the information with all the enthusiasm and excitement possible. Also, you want to get on the phone with everybody today that is coming and isn't coming, and start working on your Nerium U. So on Monday night, what's going to happen is we're going to have an overview of what happened at Spotlight. And we're going to be able to be with our teams at a Nerium U and create a Nerium U. It doesn't have to be in your living room. It can be on Zoom. And you can also create Nerium U's throughout your team with 1 or 2 people. It is not about, having the masses in a room. It's about having the information go to the masses. And then the other plan of attack, which I think has been really, really effective in creating momentum, is setting up your calendars for the entire next week for you and your team to create events. So typically at a Nerium U, that's what you want to do. But probably on Saturday while you're at your Spotlight event, you're going to be so excited. You're going to be contacting customers. You're going to be contacting brand partners that aren't there. You're going to be wanting to share the information on social media about the new product. And so it's a good idea to kind of have a schedule in place for next week with not only yourself, but your team, with get-togethers, Zooms, RPs, market parties, coffee dates, whatever it is you can to sustain, create, and continue all the momentum coming out of Spotlight 17. And then contacting your customers and letting them know about the new product is really, I think, one of the most important things you could possibly do, because they're already customers. I've already had 2 or 3 of my customers say, I saw on social media that there's some new product, can you tell me about it? And I was like, I'm going to be calling you on Saturday or Sunday to tell you all about it, because I want you to be the first one to try it. Also, they're the people that you might want to network their network by saying, look, I know that this product is coming out. I know you're going to want to try it. I probably could get you a free trial for it if you're willing to, maybe have a party with your friends, and I can get you some free, the product for free. And, that's a way maybe you can get into somebody else's network, which I would really recommend. And then with your team, also on Nerium U, I think it's a great idea to schedule out your calendar for the next 90 days with activity for yourself and your team and your brand partners. You just want to be networking your network. And all of that can be organized now in a very efficient way before Spotlight happens, before, you're overwhelmed with phone calls and lots of people trying to, find information. So what I did was I kind of, put it like this on a calendar. So here's an example. This doesn't have to be what you do. I used, different people's names. This isn't a real calendar. It's just an idea. So we know that every day we do a team training Zoom at 7 a.m. Nerium U, these are, people that may want to, that I have scheduled down here to do Nerium U events. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call 3 or 4 of my leaders. I'm going to find out in my team who's doing a Nerium U, who's bringing together a couple of people on Zoom or maybe in their home, or where are they? And I'm going to write down on my master calendar where the events are in my team, okay? And if I don't have any events in my team, this will give me a good indication on who I can call to maybe create some events in my team. And as my calendar starts to grow, I'm going to find out who's doing market parties, who's doing Zooms, who's got RRPs going, and maybe some blitz parties on a Saturday. And we really want to take this information that we have and create just tremendous momentum in the field. So this calendar is just an example of just getting activity as a team leader and seeing where your team and what they're doing. So what does that mean? That means call, a couple people on your team that are coming maybe to Spotlight, want to do something different in their business this year, and want to create momentum in their business, the only way you can create momentum as a lone person is to have one person start doing what you want to do, and then that person gets one person or two people to start doing what they want to do, kind of like the video. And that's really what it is, you guys. It's keeping that fire going and keeping that momentum going. So as the leader, as the lone wolf, as the person who started it, you're the one who wants to make sure that these things are happening. So that's why I created a calendar. And a lot of you I know have that kind of a system. Whatever your system is absolutely fine. That's just an example of what to do. So I kind of went over all of that really quickly. The point of the story, though, is that we all personally have the ability to create our own momentum in our own self first. And we just need one person that wants to do that with us. And that person needs just one person that wants to do that to create kind of that excitement and synergy. And so if you're willing to do that yourself, if you're willing to find that one person that wants to run and play with you, I promise you in the video that you saw, that's what happens very quickly. And just remind yourself that what we're doing this weekend is we are being given by Nerium the starting point of where our momentum will actually be birthed, right? With just all of the people we're going to see, with the training that we're going to see, with the announcement of our new product. And it's up to us really to take that wonderful thing that we have going on this weekend and create a bigger picture for other people in our organizations. Not everybody's going to get there. We want everybody there for obvious reasons, but not everybody's going to get there. So you as the leader, you as the person who got to be there, who got to see it, has to impart that vision and that excitement and enthusiasm to the people that didn't get there. And there's many ways to do that. Of course, I already mentioned, doing a Nerium U, doing Zooms, making sure that people in Australia and Japan, if you have teams there, if you have people that are in maybe Hong Kong and in Colombia and places that we're going in Europe, to create that kind of excitement and momentum in them before it even happens there. So you guys, this isn't a long training. It's just about really creating the fun and excitement back into your business. So I'm going to quickly open it up to anybody who has any ideas about momentum and what they do and how they want to create some ideas in their business. And maybe with that, we could kind of share it and open up to the group. But anybody want to share some ideas or comments? My mastermind group.
This is Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Hi, I just want to say that Caroline already called me to plan out the calendar, and so I'm really excited to hear you say that. And I want to thank Caroline for her leadership of her downline, because she's already started to put some of those things together.
That's awesome. Well, bravo to you, and bravo, Caroline. That's awesome. Good job.
Love you, Erica. Love you, Annie.
And so, Caroline, share with me. Tell me exactly what you did.
Sorry, I'm putting myself off of mute again because it's chaos over here in the morning. But I think what you were saying. I just started looking at the calendar earlier this week for the next couple of weeks to think about what we want to do for events. What's everybody's availability between their life and work schedule, and how will it work for us to get to our customers and all the people that we know with all the information that we're going to have from Spotlight 17. So that was all. I was just calling some of the people that are working with me really closely and putting things on the books.
That's amazing. I love it. And it doesn't take 100 people to do that. It just takes a few. So that's great. Just the organization of doing that is awesome. And I really am excited for you guys. Does anyone else have anything to share or any ideas?
Hi, Annie. It's Chassie.
Hi, Chassie.
Hi. Yesterday, I started putting together, well, actually, it was probably 2 days ago, I started putting together a party list. And so I started to try to be more creative in LA because LA, they're just so overwhelmed with parties. But what I started to do is I started to think the people that don't want to attend a regular Nerium party, I thought, well, how do I get them just to start coming to parties? So I decided in between every RRP to put a fun party together. So just a party, not a RRP or a market party or anything like that, but to feature one product and have it relate to the party. So my first party in between my two RRPs is a belly dancing party. And I have a belly dancer that's coming, and she's all about showing us how to move and create love for ourselves. So I thought it was a great way to give back. So I'm starting to put together and find my women that have gifts that can give gifts to our people and show them how to create something for themselves. So self-caring parties is what I started doing this year.
Oh, well, how can you put that schedule on so I can come and have a little?
Yes. You're on my schedule to ask.
That's awesome. You know,
All right.
that's another thing, you guys. We're all in different areas, and if you're doing different stuff, you know, you can be very safe to put stuff on the page and allow people to come. The more people you have, the more synergy. So if you're doing Zooms, I know Angela put her Zoom back up that's happening on Fridays for Hong Kong and the Philippines. And this type of stuff is great to be able to share these ideas because, you know, we're all in different areas. So I don't know about belly dancing, but I know in San Francisco they love to party. I know in New Jersey they love to party. So do you guys want belly dancers out in New Jersey?
Well, maybe we could sell a lot of firm that way.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the one I'm going after.
Good idea.
That's a great idea. Anybody else have some ideas they'd like to share?
I do.
Okay.
In February, I booked myself to go to a winery where they have a ladies' luncheon, and they're going to have anywhere from 60 plus women there, and you can have a little booth. And so I'm featuring eye candy, and it's going to have Valentine's candy and, of course, eye serum is the eye candy.
Oh, that's fun, Carla. That sounds really fun.
Everybody have eye candy parties.
That's right. Sexy eye candy. That's good. I like it. What else, you guys? These are great ideas.
I've been having a lot of luck with just being and we might have discussed this before, just always having in my bag like little giveaway goodie bags, you know, like I did it for the holidays, and I've actually gotten a lot of great like Class A exposures from them. So, you know, by just simply being nice to people and, you know, the cashier, the woman you're talking to, picking out a shirt together, you know, just, hey, by the way, hey, happy holiday. But I'm just going to transition that now, and I'm going to just have them constantly. It doesn't have to be a holiday. I mean, Valentine's, I'll be doing it too, but like just having some kind of little cello wrap bag. I put a little brochure in it. You know, at the holidays, it was a candy cane. There was a little eye serum sample. And, you know, I just made it about the gesture, not about, oh, I got to get your information. You know, some of them did turn into that by the extended conversation that happened, which turned into some great Class A prospects. But a lot of them, you know, they're just out there. I'm taking advantage of this free inventory that we get. And I'm like, you know, they're not going to make money sitting here in my house. Let's just put them out into the world. And just the response from people when you just do something nice. It's just a nicer presentation. You have a little wrapped, cute little gift bag to give them with your, you know, your business card, a little flyer, and, you know, a little sample. And I just tell them, there's a little sample in there for you. I live local. If you have any questions, give me a call. And I don't make it about going for the sale, you know. I mean, I figured they're free. You might as well take advantage of them because we never know what's going to come out of that. So, but I've had some great feedback from it.
I love that idea so much. That is so great. I have my own little version of that, but it's not as good as that. So I'm going to now take your idea.
Stop it.
And oh my gosh, this is Laura. I had my hair and makeup done on New Year's Eve. This guy comes to my house and he's wonderful. And we were talking about doing a night where he was going to teach women how to do better blowouts on their own. And so we're going to do a little joint night, eye serum, you know, I share Nerium. He's going to teach the girls how to do blowouts. So we're going to do a little beauty night. And already calling into the team to see who wants to get things on the books for coming out of Spotlight. And I also want to give a props to Megan. I'm not sure if she's on today, but she got me on a 3-way yesterday for someone who she exposed like a year ago, who is kind of looking for something new. And after our 3-way, we've invited her to Spotlight. And so it was a good reminder of people that we have, you know, like you were talking about, bringing people to Spotlight, getting people on 3-ways and having someone else invite them to come. So I thought that was great.
Well, that is great. And my question to you is, when we come over for our instruction on how to blow dry our hair, do we come in our PJs, or how do we come?
I like that. Maybe we need to do a jammy night, but after a blowout, you know, you feel so good. You want to go out and show your fabulous hair to the world. So I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to wear my PJs and look fabulous.
Well, we'll do that. So he and I talked about it, where he's putting a list together and I'm putting a list, but I thought how fun, because I said I'm the worst at blow drying my own hair. He's like, oh honey, I can give you some tips.
Okay.
So
Laura, you'll probably have cocktails, Annie, so you probably will come in your pajamas.
That's
well,
great.
Chassie, you can come too. We need another.
Oh, I've done these before.
Those type of ideas is what brings the fun into this business.
Yes.
That you can network your network, and people want to do fun things, you know, because we're all sort of always stressed out with whatever else we're doing. So those are all really fun and great ideas, and that's the reason why we're masterminding. Anybody else before we go have any other ideas that we can use? Okay, so here we are. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow, a lot of us are going to be going to meet and greets for Spotlight 17. I also encourage you to drag some of your friends along. That's just a cocktail party. It's a lot of fun. It'll kind of give your guests the kind of flavor of the culture and the fun. And so if you can, you know, put that on social media, invite your friends, make sure you know exactly where they are. Most of them are free and they're fun. And then, of course, Spotlight is going to be on a Saturday, big day. So for those of you that are going, I hope you have a great time. We're going to talk tomorrow again, but I really, really encourage you. I know a lot of people on our team here, which is pretty exciting. Not only are they going to the event, but they're also presenting at an event, or they're putting on an event. And that's a great thing, you guys. So we all want to leverage that as well, that we have a lot of you on here that are on our team of EPIC that are all over the nation, you know, presenting and hosting and doing stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day today, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm grateful for you, and thank you for all your great ideas. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye, Annie. Thank you.
Bye, Annie. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Merci, au revoir.
Au revoir.